Good morning. I'm now at Marrowbone Lake, which is not too far from Nashville, and it's a small little lake here. You do got to pay a fee to come in there and fish. It's only $6, but very nice, very calm. There's actually quite a bit of fishermen here today. I didn't think it was going to be this busy, but I talked to the guy in the front in the concession. He says he thinks it's definitely going to be a slow bite of the bass today. But there's catfish in here, there's crappie as well, but you know me, I'm not really looking for those right now. So what I'm doing here is just picking a spot and trying to work this log that I'm seeing right there. I don't know if y'all can see that, just right there. So one of my rods are already out of commission. The topwater bait that's hooked up onto it got snagged in one of the straps of my kayak, which almost put me on tilt. Very, very frustrating. Can't get to it right now. I mean, I can without making a ton of noise. I don't want to bother the other fishermen here. But yeah, it'll be a struggle to get it out for sure. That's a shame. Shame. Well, anyway, we got this guy going. Geese are in abundance today. Just an abundance. How nice is this? Fishing for about 40 minutes. Nothing. Although I'm limited to 3 rods. Got a topwater, got a shallow crank, like a square bill crank, and I got a jig. Different areas. A lot of combinations, you know. It's not just, you know, high, medium, low, which is kind of like what I try to do just to give myself versatility. But you know, it could be also colors. You know, colors might not work. Could be the way that you're retrieving. Maybe that's not the right way to retrieve. So many different combinations and reasons why you don't get any bites. Could be just as no fish where I'm actually at, and I have to find them still. I haven't seen anyone pull out anything. Right now, just on seeing alone, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 boats, 2 men each. I haven't seen anything come out of the water. Spoke too soon. Oh. Of course, me trying to press play to get it on action, misses it. I did get a bite. And I had him, it was like maybe 3 feet to the boat, couldn't see what it was. Didn't feel heavy, but it was on there a little bit. Didn't get the hook set is what I wanted to. It's a shame. Sucks. Just one bite this whole time. And I had it at the boat. Lost it. I had another bite and reeling it in, same thing as before, 2 feet, 3 feet, and coming out of the water or coming to the boat, got off. They seemed small, I mean, I got a 4/0 hook here, jigging with a 1/2 ounce bullet weight, so this is sizable. But still, even those little guys can get some of this stuff. So what else can I tell you about Marrowbone Lake? It is 15 miles north of Nashville. So for me, it was like, I don't know, 40-minute ride out. It's not too bad. It's a very small lake, but it has some neat little crevices to be around and carve through. You know, there's decent amount of laydowns that you can, you know, try your best at. Let me guess. Let me see. Oh, they have there's a rock area too. So there's a big long line of riprap that you can, you know, have some fun with. You can jig in there. You can, you know, throw some square bill crankbait and go there. So it's a lot of fun. Ideally, you know, just by talking with some of my peers who are here, you know, who are around here, who are fished here, they haven't had much luck over the last several years here at Marrowbone. I think it's just because it's heavily fished. And this is no different. I mean, coming out this morning, you know, there was, you know, I would say there was about five or six, just in like within 200 yards of me. So, you know, very crowded area. Each of them were carrying 2 men on their boat. So I would say that this is definitely heavily pressured. Today has been slow. I got 2 actually solid bites, small bites, and as both of them, as I'm reeling them in, they're about maybe 3 feet away from the boat, and unfortunately both got off. So they didn't feel huge, but they certainly got off. And you know, I'm just kind of thinking, is the profile that I'm presenting here, is it too big right now? So I got a 4/0 hook, 1/2 ounce bullet, the bobber, you know, the regular Texas rig, got a rage tail on it, Strike King. But yeah, I mean, they take it, and then, you know, you try to get a hook set on them, and they go. So been a slow bite. To the right of me, there's a shade line, and I'm just gonna finishing up this corner over here. I got a top water tied on. Maybe I can get some of the weeds in there. Oh, there we go. And then I'm gonna come across here. I don't know if you can see that here. I'm gonna come across this way to the right, and see if I can work that shade line and come back. Also, I'm going to see if I can rescue my other rod over there. Oh man, not having the use of that rod sucks. I was going to tie on a what's it called, a Ned rig, because that, you know, I've had some success earlier in the summer for that, and this would be kind of fun to do it. A little lighter rod too, so it's kind of easier on the arms. Anyway, okay, that's enough of me talking. Okay, got a little guy finally. Trying to get you, buddy. No. This guy is just trying to escape. All that work for this guy. This guy's probably not even 6 ounces. We'll take him. Boy. I do have an update though. Rod's broken 0 today. But haven't broken a rod. Or lost the hat. Yeah, shout out to Artie, Go RDV Go, / Go RDV Get Outdoors. Him and I got a chance to spend some time together when I went to go visit back home, and we did a quick stint at Rice Lake, and he actually got me on these Ned rigs. So thank you so much. I'll put he's got his own channel too, guys, so I'll put a link out to the bottom there. Be sure to visit him. So decided to go with a hula stick here, a little longer than the other grub that I use, and it's got a little tail here, so it's gave it a little bit more action. Let's mimic some fin on the back end, so we'll see how this performs. So what you're seeing right in front of me is typical for Marrowbone. They got some branches coming down. It kind of looks pretty inviting, and you know, from where like bass would hide, or at least giving it some natural cover. Your hope is that they're stacked up here somewhere, and you want to get into it, you want to get around it, you want to work the water systematically. Oh, that was not a good cast. So I got hung up on this Ned rig. Wasn't producing anything anyway. So I'm going to go back to this jig, which seems to have been really getting all my bites, and obviously that one little dink, so here we go. Little guy again. I just realized that like this camera's not even looking at me. Oh, okay, there we go. Tiny guy again. Man, small little dude. Time check. Ooh, it's noon. Tail's on the water. It's a 6:50, 6:55 maybe. Few bites. Two dinks. Better than getting a big skunk, right? Got a little bit more to go. There's a rock face over there, and then there's riprap. And there's actually a little piece of man-made structure in the middle. I'm coming across a tiny little dam, so this is the home stretch. You know, usually the bite dies around this time anyway, but I think I'll give her a go. The riprap is going to be key for a crankbait, a shallow crankbait like this. We'll keep jigging until we get there, and then call it a day. Figure out how the heck I'm going to get this back on the car. Straight ahead of you there is a big rock wall. Car's just going that first ledge over there, but as you can see, it's pretty calm out here on this side anyway. We're about another 150 yards away from the put-in, so we're just going to go from left to right, what you see on your screen over there, and maybe fish that man-made structure there. And I'm going to stick with the jig, and I'm going to go and use the crankbait, that shallow crankbait, to see if we can go horizontal across these rocks over here. This should be fun. Hey folks, so I just got back in from a 40-minute drive from Marrowbone Lake, which is 15 miles north of Tennessee, in a place called Joelton, Tennessee. Anyways, it's a really, it's a decent sized lake. It opens up to like creeks and crevices, and surprisingly, it's deep. I actually just found out it goes as deep as 40 feet in certain areas that you know again probably wouldn't know. Everybody who has been fishing out there, coming in and out of the waters, has basically said they haven't caught anything, which is pretty cool. Actually, I just met one gentleman who caught one guy today, and we caught two. Granted, they were small; they're probably half a pound dinks, 2 half-pound dinks, but got a chance to take the kayak out and go around that area, jig, trying to figure that out. It was a really fun time, actually, very peaceful. At times, not too windy, a little bit windy, but not too windy where you couldn't find some cover and just do a bunch of casting. So primarily I was just using my jig today. I did experiment a little bit with the top water and some cranks. Didn't get anything out of those guys, but the jig, the Texas rig, continues to to produce. So anyways, had a good time. So that's it for me today. Appreciate you guys joining me. If you like what you saw, please go ahead and hit like. For more videos, just subscribe to the channel. And if you have any feedback or any questions, just put that in the comment section below. Any of the gear that you guys have noticed and want, I have a gear that I use section in the description as well below, so you can go ahead and click on those links if that's something you guys want to pick up. So again, thanks so much, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Perfect.